Before we get into today's video, I want you to check out the channel's official clothing store, RFC Clothing. Each design is limited edition and is perfect to wear on a match day, on the terraces at Ibrox, down your local, or cozy in the comfort of your own home. Do browse our t-shirts by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Quite a busy one today, a lot of stuff going on in the Rangers space, and of course here to bring you up to date with all of the latest, including our title with regards to what Fabrizio Romano has said with regards to a potential deal that was supposed to be close to happening. We will discuss that of course in a bit of detail. But firstly, guys, I actually want to bring you a fairly weird story, actually, and it's with regards to Todd Cantwell. No, it's not about him dancing. No, it's not about all these other kind of things. But actually, it's with regards to his agent. Yes, basically, something surfaced on social media earlier on today with regards to Todd Cantwell. Basically, that his agent had messaged the wrong person on social media, basically Jose Enrique, basically him offering two players, including Todd Cantwell, to Lecce coach Luca Gotti, but accidentally sent the message to the wrong Instagram account. The former Liverpool defender sent it to an Instagram fan page dedicated to Italian tactician called Luca Gotti Reacts. So basically he stated and came onto social media saying that essentially he offering Todd Cantwell his services to try and obviously get a move. However, I just want to come out here quickly and say what his agent is doing, what Todd Cantwell is doing is completely different. With the third with Todd Cantwell, that's not Todd Cantwell's doing. I know he's come under a bit of criticism from the fans as of late, but that's his agent. Agents are always there just trying to get a bit of coin, get a bit of money, and give their clients some options. I don't think for a second that's Todd Cantwell trying to push a move out the door. I think that's just his agent trying to fit his client into the correct area and see how much money he can make individually. But yeah, a really novice move, and if I was Todd Cantwell and I was serious about my Rangers future, I would be getting rid of him ASAP. That agent, he shouldn't be offering his services, and a bit of pie on the face, sending it to the wrong account as he looked to try and flaunt Todd Cantwell off to Lecce. So one to watch there, but as I stated guys, don't go and give Todd Cantwell abuse. I don't think it's Cantwell's doing, it's from his agent side. So yeah, I wouldn't look too much towards into that. Now moving on to Sue's main subject, guys, and we've actually got two. There's two deals that are off, and we'll discuss the one that Fabrizio Romano has provided us update with first, and that's of course with regards to this man, Yousef Kabadayi. Now, Yousef Kabadayi came to the forefront as a player that Rangers were reportedly in negotiations to go on and sign. A player that we thought was very, very close. Florian Plettenberg, a very, very reputable journalist out in Germany, said that Rangers had made contact. Inside Rangers sources again then said that contact had been made and that Rangers were trying to work on a deal, and it would cost Rangers around €1 million. However, that deal is now off, as it has now been reported by the Italian transfer guru that Bayern Munich talent Yousef Kabadayi is now moving to FC Augsburg. The attacker has signed a 4-year contract until 2028, initially costing the club around €900,000. It is a here we go, and will be going to Augsburg and not be going to Glasgow Rangers. Now, again, I've seen a lot of outcry already from fans and supporters online with regards to this situation and stating, have Rangers dropped a bollock here? Why is this player rejecting us? Now, I'm going to discuss this next story first, and I'll discuss my opinion with regards to both of them. But the other deal that we're reportedly missing out on is, of course, this man here. No, the wrong one again. Sorry, I need to get better with this live stream stuff, guys. Sorry, troops. This one here, Kenny McLean. Now, reports again from sort of more inside Rangers sources, Scottish media, that Rangers were trying to work on a deal for Kenny McLean, and that something was, it was very, very true. Rangers wanted to add experience. Kenny, of course, wanted to make the deal happen. He's a boyhood Rangers fan, and of course, Rangers were crying out for that experience. We do know the situation. He's 32 years old, and does have a bit of time left on his contract with Norwich. And as I said from this one at the start, I did feel like it was going to be a hard transfer to try and navigate, but we have got confirmation from inside Rangers sources that the Kenny McLean deal is now off due to issues surrounding the contract length and the wages for the player. Now, my opinion on both of these ones are very different, so I'll give you my opinion on the Kenny McLean one first. Again, we have been down that rabbit hole time and time again with offering players above the age of 30 long-term contracts to, essentially retire at Rangers. It kind of works out for a year or two, then goes absolutely Pete Tong. And what we're starting to hear and what we're hearing with regards to the situation is that the Kenny McLean deal is off due to issues surrounding the contract length and wages for the player. So Kenny is obviously on a probably healthy contract. The fact that he's 32 years old, he's got 2 years left on his deal at Norwich, and he's obviously came in to say, Rangers, yes, I want to play for Rangers, but I've got to think about my financial future. And rightfully so if he's got a 2-year deal there. And with an option to extend, by the way. So you get a 3 years left on the table down at Norwich on a fairly hefty wage, if I presume. Now, whilst it might be his dream to go to Rangers and play at Rangers, the finances have to make sense. Is he going to take a huge pay cut? So something we'll probably be looking at, he was probably going to be asking for a 3 or a 4 year deal to make the jump to Rangers and then X amount with wages. Now, I'm not pissed off with regards to this Kenny McLean deal because I don't want our club being held ransom like they have done so many times with players over the age of 32 or over the age into their 30s. So I don't really have a problem of this one actually falling through. Genuinely, I don't, because we've been down this rabbit hole and we're not going to be, held to ransom by players that are over the age of 32 and all these kind of things, despite him being a Rangers fan and despite him probably being a decent player for us if he came in through the door. I would rather us not be paying large amounts of wages and on for a seriously long deal. It's one of those ones. So that's with the Kenny McLean one I'm not too fussed with. But my problem is coming with regards to this man here, Yousef Kabadayi. Now, we don't know how far we were down the rabbit hole with Yousef, but Florian Plettenberg was a very reputable journalist, or is a very reputable journalist out in Germany, and that there were reports that we were in talks with Bayern Munich. We've done business with Bayern before, and that's kind of stuff. And as I said, I don't mind on the financial package, the 32-year-old, but missing out on targets like, younger players like Kabadayi and like sort of Cordoba, these kind of players that we were touted to try and sign, and now this means that 3 of our targets aren't coming to the football club. I'm starting to wonder what the heck is going on, because both players were young, and as I stated, it's not too much of a financial problem for Rangers. As I said, to be fair, the defender, I think, the Norwich defender, and the boy who went to Norwich, I think, went on for about 10k a week. So we could have offered a very competitive salary with regards to it. And again, missing out on another player, it does, of course, warrant discussion on that fact. So I like the fact that the club went down a different route, essentially, with regards to the whole Kenny McLean, not offering him, being held to ransom with that. But the younger players, I'm starting to wonder how we've now missed out on 3 of those targets. How have we missed out on 3 young players? Damian Garcia, Yousef Kabadayi, and Cordoba. All 3, by the way, troops, you were all saying the same thing as me. Yes, they would make an impact in the future, and they were players that Niels Kupen looked at and said, look, let's go and make a move for him. He's obviously got a black book there with regards to the players that he wants, and I'm just starting to wonder, is there a problem with our negotiation tactics from there? Why are 3 young players not wanting to come to us? Damian Garcia, it seems as though he's going to be staying in Uruguay. Still, that contract hasn't been signed just yet. Cordoba choosing Norwich over Glasgow Rangers. And then again, equally, Kabadayi, I don't know if he's chosen Augsburg over us, but, it doesn't look like good reading, honestly. And if these were 3 players, which we were interested in, guys, this is not just stuff from the Scottish Sun, this is not stuff from the Daily Record. This was stuff from reputable sources that we were in talks to try and land all 3 of these players, but we've been fell flat on our face, and it can't be the financial situation because Cordoba is only on 10k a week at Norwich. So it's something I'm wondering. It's something that I just want to understand and make sure that, yes, I do understand not being held to ransom financially, but if there's some serious gems, and then we're letting 3 of them go, I really don't want to see in 2 or 3 years' time it being like an Ivan Toney situation where he goes, oh yeah, we were close to signing this, but we're humming and hawing over a financial package, and then we look like absolute tits. So again, look, hopefully it is one that doesn't work out. And again, I don't know the full story, but due to the journalists that were reporting on the story, it does feel as though we were, seriously interested in getting all 3 of those players. So I just want to understand why we're not going in for them, why it's not working out, and why these players are potentially choosing other clubs over us. So yeah, I mean, rant over. I'm just, a bit wary, going into July 3rd, and we, most of our emphasis is going to be on more the senior recruitment and experience a bit later on. But we've been crying out for these younger players to come through the door, and I just want to understand and make sure that, we're not being negligent with regards to that recruitment, because it does seem as though we've got someone who's fairly wise in Niels Koopman, who understands the whole recruitment process, but I just want to understand that the club maybe backs him and maybe offers competitive wages for these younger players that are hungry, are talented, and have been identified to go right to the top of the game. So again, for those of you just joining in, Kabadayi, according to Fabrizio, Romano, has agreed a deal with Augsburg and now will not be joining Rangers, despite us being, eventually fairly far down the rabbit hole with regards to that transfer. And to be fair, I'm pretty gutted with this one. Again, I thought he looked like a decent option, comes from a good pedigree, kind of a similar situation as Malik Tillman, and we know how well he's went and done. Look at him at PSV now. So, yeah, slightly gutted with that one. Slightly gutted with the Garcia one, and I was slightly gutted with Cordoba. But again, it is what it is. You win some and lose some. I see that being the message in the Rangers fan base at this moment in time, but I just want to understand and make sure that it's not that they're choosing these sort of clubs over us, because yeah, fair enough, bigger clubs like, in the Premier League, obviously they offer competitive wages, but there's no way we should be losing out on main transfer targets to the likes of Norwich City and Augsburg. No way. And certainly not in my lifetime can that be happening. But yeah, Rangers fans, that's all I've really got for you today, guys. As always, please do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below with regards to this story. And yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that's all I've got for you. But we might have a bit more with regards to the transfer front later, because I'm expecting Hamza Nigamane to be unveiled later. And then, of course, there is maybe a bit more transfer news with regards to outgoing. So we'll discuss those a bit later on, maybe. But please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all next time. Oh, and don't forget to check out our new merch drop, guys, RFC Clothing. We've got some, brand new designs available on our website, and as stated, they are pretty cool. If I
just
if I
a quick
have to
one,
say
guys,
so
before we
myself.
get
Wait,
into...
let me just mute the ad there. But as you can see, pretty cool designs. They're now available on our website. Link is down in the description, or go to rfcclothing.com. I've seen a lot of you have ordered as well, so thank you. You'll get those orders very, very soon. And thank you for supporting